Welcome student to the part third of the second chapter, that is a whole number. Today we will be dealing with the second part, that is a property of subtraction. Right students? So let's get started. So the first one is closure property. It is closure property. So what this closure property state? It states that suppose we take a and b, okay, and both of these are whole numbers, right? Then a minus b will be a whole number, or with a condition when a is greater than b, right? Or a is equals to b, right students? So let's understand it with the help of an example. So if I take a and b, like a is 5 and b is 3, so this proves this particular condition that a is greater than b. A is 5 and b is 3. So this means 5 minus 3, that is 2. So this is a whole number, this is a whole number, and this is also a whole number. Right, this condition is fulfilled. Or the second part, that is a is equals to b. If I say that this is the first case, this is the second case, a is equals to 9 and b also equals to 9, then 9 minus 9 will also be a whole number, that is 0. So both the conditions are fulfilled, right students? Now come to the second property, that is the commutative property, right students? So in this property, suppose this is a and b, a whole number, okay, then a minus b will not be equals to b minus a, okay students? If I say a is 10 and b is 5, so as per this condition, 10 minus 5, definitely it will not be equals to 5 minus 10, right? Because 10 minus 5 is 5, but 5 minus 10 is minus 5, which is not at all equal. Okay students, next is third property, that is associative property. So in this property, that is associative property, it states that if a, b and c, they are the whole number with the condition that c is not equal to 0, right? C is not equals to 0, then a minus in bracket b minus c will not be equals to a minus b deducted by c, right? So let's understand it with the help of an example. If I say a, b and c, a is taken as 10, b is taken as 5 and c is taken as 4. So putting here 10 minus 5 minus 4 and 10 minus 5 minus 4. So this will be like 10 minus 5 minus 4, 1, and 10 minus 5, 5, and 5 minus 4, that is 1, and this is 9. So they are not equal. Okay, so this is how associative property of subtraction is. Now fourth one is property of zero. So students, in this, if 0 it is being subtracted from a whole number, then the answer will be a whole number, right students? For example, if let's suppose a whole number 5. So we deduct a 0 from it. So what will be the answer? 5 minus 0, 5, a whole number, right? But if you deduct any of the whole number from 0, like 0 minus 5, it will not be a whole number. Definitely it will not be a whole number. Okay, students. Now next is, if A, B and C, they are the whole numbers, right? And they are such that as if A minus B is equal to C, then what will be happening is, then B plus C will be equals to A, right? Then B plus C will be equals to A. So if I say that A is equals to 10, B is equals to 5, right? And C is also 5. So A minus B, that is 10 minus 5. This will be 10 minus 5, 5. Okay, I'm putting it here. B plus C, C and B. So this is 5, and if we will be moving this particular minus 5 to here, it will be, from here it is minus to there, it will be positive. So 5 plus 5, that is 10, and this 10 is A, and this is also A, right? So this is how the property of subtraction ends. So revise it again and keep learning. Be safe and be inside, right?